Welcome to the Grand Tour of Taste. Taste Grand Tour, if you would. We'll be going on a culinary expedition around the world, and today it's Italy. We're going to make a nice shrimp scampi and a nice little chocolate strawberry dessert done my way. So grab your knife, put on your stove, get in the kitchen, and let's get cooking. Let's get to it. So we're going to start by making our chocolate sauce. What you're going to need is 1/4 cup of heavy cream, which is going to go right on in. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. I'm going to pop that on in. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter along with it. And we have roughly about 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. Light, heavy, not particularly matter. I'm going to put that in. Turn that on. We're just going to heat that all up once that is melted. Once that's melted, we will move on to our second step. So that's going to go right now. In the meantime, we have to prepare our chocolate. So we're going to take our chocolate and we're just going to, you just want to dice it up. You just want to cut in little chunks. And this will help melt it a lot faster. That's there. Just going. Mix this all in. Now you want to make sure you get your water boiling because the shrimp scampi only takes 10 minutes to actually cook. All of your time is going to be done in prep, which is what we're actually going to start on right now. What we need is, thought I put it over here, is our, we're going to take some olive oil and just going to put a little bit in. Maybe 1/4, roughly, maybe a tablespoon. We're going to take our zester. Just going to zest in real quick. Just go around the lemon. Add in some zest. Get all of that zest in there. And this, you're just going to set aside. I like to put it over here next to the stove. I'm going to be doing that. Let's take this off. And we're going to add in our chocolate. Add in that chocolate. I add a little bit at a time to make sure it actually doesn't get too overcrowded. See, that chocolate's just melting away in there. Oh, we can smell the aroma of that chocolate now. Add in the rest. Just stir it all in until everything is fully dissolved. Scrape the sides, make sure nothing's sticking. Got that nice chocolate. And when you're done, I have this nice little chocolate sauce. We're going to put this aside to let this cool down completely a little bit more before we actually bottle it up. Let's clean off our working space. Now we're going to get our shrimp scampi ready. We're going to start by getting our garlic, 2 cloves, that. It's always important to clean off your working surface. And then we're just gonna just give it a quick little dice. Doesn't need to be anything specific. That right there. Then we're going to take a shallot. Shallot's actually a member of the onion family. Not a lot of people actually come to realize that. Just give it a nice little dice. We could put in a little bit more. I always change up my recipe. Sometimes I only do half, and then sometimes I do a whole. It really just depends on how the mood is. Let's get that little troublemaker. Alright, so that's all prepared. This, put in here, put them together, don't separate them. They're going to become best friends now. They're just going to live away in that pan that you're going to make. Just get it all in. Now that that's all in, your water's boiling. Mine's up. Let's turn this back. Want to bring that water to a nice rolling boil. Bring it to a nice rolling boil. It's important to have that rolling boil. That rolling boil is what's going to make that pasta not stick. We're actually going to add in some olive oil before, and we're actually going to add some in right now. I like to add it in twice. And we're going to get a nice pan. What do I do with my pan? We're going to get a nice, we're going to get a pan. My camera crew stole it from me. We're going to get our nice pan all set up. We're going to put some oil in. Let that heat up. Going to get our water back on a boil. Get that pan nice and hot. It is very important to get it nice and hot. In the meantime, we're going to take care of our shrimp, which I had already prepared some, but I have some here to show you. We have completely shelled. Best thing to do is just grab the legs. Let's go over here in the sink. I'm just going to peel the shrimp. Take the legs off. Now, you can choose to leave the tails on, you can take them off. It's really up to you. For this, we're going to take the tails off. Let's take the tail off. So we got this. Lemon, very important, we're going to need that. We're going to have 3 lemons. Always, always, always have your lemon. See how this is coming. Water's coming to a nice rolling boil. Pan is getting nice and hot. Garlic and shallots, that always go in first. Look at this. Toss that in the pan. Of course, we're going to add some pepper. Going to add salt. Now it's very important at this point that you make sure you don't burn the garlic or the shallots, because nobody likes to taste the burnt garlic. That water's boiling really nice. Now you don't want to add your pasta in too early, because if you do, everything's not going to be cooking at the right time. It's all about timing and pacing and understanding. So we have our garlic going pretty nice. Alright, Simple, easy. This is a dish that my grandmother loved. She would make it quite often. And every Italian family has their different ways. One side makes it different than the other side. Your pasta you're going to use doesn't really matter. I personally am using just spaghetti. Alright, so our shallots are cooking. We're going to add in about 1 lemon. That's 1/2. Try to keep it in the pan if you can. Alright, that's pretty good. Now we're going to add in our shrimp. This is where it only takes a few minutes. Okay, get your shrimp in there. When it turns bright pink, you know you got it. At the same time, we're going to add in our pasta. Oh, let's add in about, let's say this much. You put the pasta in and you let it cook. I'm going to deglaze the pan slightly with some wine. Just a little bit, doesn't need too much. I'm going to cook the shrimp right in the wine. Now once your pasta's been in there, you just start twisting it. Grab it and twist it. Grab it and twist it. And it will start to go down. Grab and twist, grab and twist, grab and twist. As that starts to soak up, just grab and twist it, and it should go all the way in. Easy, easy. And we're going to let that cook for, maybe 8 minutes. That's all you need to do. And we're going to keep an eye on our shrimp. Let that wine reduce. You want to keep it nice and light. Nice and light. Watch that pasta. Let that shrimp cook. You can, if you want, cover this. I don't particularly like to do that. We are going to have to add some more salt and pepper in a few minutes. But we just want to let that wine reduce and simmer. That pasta will cook about 10 minutes. In the meantime, let's also get our bread going. Okay, so, we're just going to slice the bread off. Going to make just a couple slices. Just a few. Spread them out on the pan. Don't need to make a lot. It's only so many people. Same thing if you want to make more bread. It's all the same process. Keep it together. Put some olive oil on top. Then we're going to take the black pepper. Shred on top. Salt, same thing. Take this, toss it right in the oven. Again, 5 minutes. Real simple, easy, and quick. Check on this, see how this is doing. Let's get everything in the center, starting to pink up. Needs a way more though. That is boiling pretty good. Let's reduce its remaining heat. You want it still firm, but chewable. Alright. That's cooking up pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the heat. And I'm going to check on this. So my oven is set to 350. I don't remember if I mentioned that. Oven set to 350. Always cook on medium-high heat. Always salt your water. It's always a big, important thing. And we always have to keep an eye on the shrimp. Alright, so our pasta has been cooking. It is just about done. What we're going to do is strain it. I had turned off the pan for the shrimp, which we can bring over here now, which has been cooking. We're going to take our pasta off the stove and we're going to strain it. Now, a lot of people I know, I hate wearing glasses while cooking. Always fogs up when you do stuff. A lot of people I know, they like fettuccine. I like spaghetti. My grandmother has even used angel hair. She liked angel hair. What we're going to do, just add that straight in to the pasta. You remember that lemon zest and oil? I'm going to take this. Actually, yeah, we're actually going to strain this. I've done it both ways, but today it'd be best to strain all that out. Take this, toss this together, just toss it together. All that beautiful shrimp. Remember, shrimp is the star of the show, and I can't resist it. Oh, I haven't had shrimp in so long. It is. Now, the only last thing we need to do, before we can actually plate it, is cut some basil. We're going to take a whole bunch, and we're going to cut this chiffonade style, or chiffonade. Depends on who you ask. It's chiffonade. It's French. So, easiest way to do this. Let's also check on our bread, see how the bread's done. Bread's done. Take that out, put that aside as well. Let that cool down for a second. Easiest way to do this is take your leaves, biggest leaf that you can find on the bottom. All your other leaves stack them on top. Just stack them. Now, there's many different ways you can do this. A whole episode on cutting this. You can either fold this way or this way. For this, I'm going to be folding, I'm going to roll it lengthwise. So it's a nice roll. Take your knife. Quick cut. Get through stems, I don't want those. Take those, toss them aside. Take all this wonderful, I just love the smell of basil. Basil is just, it is so amazing. Take that, sprinkle that on top, and mix that in. And then for some extra little zest, half of a lemon juice. Half of a lemon that's juiced is the correct way to say it. We're going to take our plate, take a nice bit of spaghetti. Plating, simple, in the middle, and twist. And let it go. And then we can take some of the shrimps. Always make sure you have your plate is presentable. Let's take some shrimp. Make sure you take some of that garlic. Put it on. Some More of the shallots. Let's put some shrimp. Remember, shrimp is the star here. The shrimp is the hero of this dish, and it should be such. Okay. Don't make it too much of a mess. And that is wonderful shrimp scampi. Now, we have our dessert, our chocolate. It's here. We're going to make strawberries in a rose. Thankfully, I went ahead and I already pre-cut some roses, but I'm going to show you how to cut them. So let's use strawberries that are the biggest, work the best. Big, plump, round strawberries are the best. You can get some nice, neat little designs out of ones that are oddly shaped. Here. I'm going to take a paring knife. Very important, nice small knife. Top it. Now this is the part where it seems very complicated, but it's very easy. You're just going to cut down the sides and open them up. You can do 4 on these sides. And then on the other 4 corners that are kind of odd, cut down, push with your knife. You're going to just take your knife and you're going to push it. Cut down, push open. Cut down, push open. Cut down, push open. You're just going to do this all the way to the top. Now there's many ways you can finish the top. You can cut the whole top off. You can split it. What we're just going to do is going to make a nice beautiful X or T, depending on which way you look at. And with your knife, you're just going to force that open gently. You break it, don't worry. And then you have your nice little rose. Let's do it again so you can see. Strawberry, down. With your paring knife, you have a nice firm grip on it. You're going to slice down, push it open. Down, push it open. Down, push that open. Just do this on all your sides and make sure you go up. Up, 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 up. Use the tip of your knife for precision cuts if you need to. The front is always for precision. Always get that nice, delicate stuff. The middle is for all-purpose cutting, and then the back of your knife is simply for those tough-to-do jobs. So when you're using your paring knife, use that tip. Just get in there and push it open. Just push. Do this one, push it open. Let's do one more, that way to make sure you understand. Now, who would I be if I didn't test a strawberry? Oh, that is a great strawberry. Again, just cut the sides, push them open. You just want the illusion of a rose, of a flower. Remember, presentation is everything. Doesn't have to be the best, but just try. Alright, so we have our strawberries. They're all cut. What we're also going to make with this is some whipped cream. Now, usually you would have to have a bowl and a whisk, and you have to whip till you get these nice peaks. Except today, I'm going to be using this fancy little machine I have. So let me get my chilled milk. Now, making whipped cream, it's always chill your milk. Doesn't matter if you're using this or if you're using a bowl. Chill your milk. It's heavy whipping cream. You can use light whipping cream if you really so choose. Remember, working area is important to have. Also need to grab a little bit powdered confectionery sugar, which I completely forgot I needed to grab. It's been a while. So in a mixing cup, this had the heavy whipping cream. Actually, this had the heavy whipping cream from our chocolate sauce, which is now cooled for us to use. What we're going to do, so we're going to add in 1 cup, which should be, boom, right there, 1 cup. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of confectionery sugar. And because I feel adventurous, we're just going to make regular whipped cream today. And we're going to add in our vanilla. For this, we're going to do tablespoons should be fine. Should be sufficient. Add that all in. Grab a spoon, and you just want to try to dissolve some of that powdered sugar. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just need to make sure we get rid of it. Now this is the point where if you're going to make it by hand, in that bowl you take your whisk and you just whisk it away. Whisk, 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 until nice peaks start to form. Okay, that should be dissolved enough. Now these fancy canisters make it for you in the canister. So what we're going to do is pour it in. Take our little fancy little top here, screw it on. Now this company ISI make actually tons of different little canisters for us. This one is for whipping. Put it right in here, and then you'll hear a hiss. Screw it on tight. Now, this is where the magic comes in. You're just going to do 3 little shakes, or 5 depending on your cream. If it's heavy cream, you want to do 3 or 5. Lighter creams, you want to do a little bit less. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for good luck. You're going to take this off. We are going to put this on. And in the meantime, clean your working space. Okay, now we can take our chocolate sauce. Now, with the chocolate sauce, I'm going to put it in these fancy little squeeze bottles. If you want a smoother, more pliable chocolate sauce, it is always a good tip to reheat it. You can also get little squeeze bottles like this too. Which one you use doesn't matter. I can fill up both. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful chocolate sauce. It's pretty damn good. So, I'm going to take this. Just going to pour a little bit in the bottle. Just a little bit. This is why we needed to let it cool. We're just going to put a little bit in this one because when it comes to plating, now we can be a little bit fancy about what we do. We can choose to do a design, we can choose to do whatever. Now, take this, that's on. Let's do, let's do, we just do a little fancy design. Nothing over the top. We're going to take our whipped cream and hope it worked. This is the point where we see. A little bit of whipped cream. Take a little rose. Maybe put it on top. And then we can just go around the bottle. Just take the chocolate sauce we made. Just do something simple. Doesn't need to be fancy. Doesn't need to be over the top grand. Just have fun with it. Since I really like chocolate, I am going to cover up my rose. But you do you. There's no right or wrong here. Now I think our bread has had enough time to cool. Yeah. Just take these. And you have that. So you have everything together. Let your bread cool. And that is shrimp scampi bread. Easy chocolate sauce that, like I said, put in this bottle. It could easily fill it up about a cup or two. So you have it. It's simple. It's easy, and now you can impress all your friends. So from me to you, good cooking, and I'll see you next time.